Circle's stock dropped 16.5% in 24 hours. Not because of a hack, not because of the SEC, because of a handshake. Visa and Mastercard, two companies that have spent decades trying to destroy each other, just signed on to the exact same digital dollar. And it gets worse. Welcome to Block Docs, where we strip away the noise to expose the raw truth of crypto and global finance. Hit subscribe to track the money with us, and let's get straight to the story. It's not just Visa and Mastercard. Stripe, BlackRock, Google, IBM, Ripple, Coinbase. Over 140 companies, most of them direct competitors, all backing one token called OpenUSD or OUSD. Here's what it actually is. OUSD launched June 30th, 2026, run by a company called Open Standard. Its CEO, Zach Abrams, co-founded Bridge, the stablecoin infrastructure company Stripe bought for over $1 billion. Minting and redeeming OUSD is free, with no volume caps. Almost all the interest earned on its reserves gets shared back to the partners, not kept by one issuer. And instead of one company controlling it, a board made up of the partner companies runs it. It launched natively on Solana, with Base, Stellar, and Polygon coming later this year. Tether and Circle built empires by keeping that reserve income for themselves. OUSD just gave it away to its own competitors. Why would anyone do that? The answer starts with a betrayal that already happened once. Coinbase has done this before. In 2018, Coinbase co-founded a consortium with Circle called Center, the exact same structure OUSD is using now to govern USDC. In August 2023, Circle and Coinbase quietly dissolved Center. Circle took full control of USDC. But Coinbase didn't walk away empty-handed. A later IPO filing revealed Coinbase now collects 50% of Circle's residual reserve revenue from USDC every single year without owning the coin. So Coinbase already knows exactly how this movie ends. It walked away from one consortium with a permanent cut of its rivals' profits. Now it's walking into a new one, this time with 139 other companies watching just as closely. And Circle's own CEO knows it too. Jeremy Allaire publicly called OUSD's model doomed to fail, using the same word, starving, he once used to explain why he killed Center. He's not guessing. He's the one person who's lived through this exact structure collapsing before. Ripple has its own stablecoin, RLUSD. It didn't retire it to join OUSD. It's running both at once. If OUSD wins, Ripple profits as a founding infrastructure partner. If RLUSD wins, Ripple profits directly as the issuer. It's not betting on a winner. It's betting on itself either way. BlackRock is doing something even stranger. It manages the Circle Reserve Fund, the actual reserves backing USDC, and it's also a founding backer of OUSD, Circle's direct threat. The company trusted to protect USDC's money is funding the project built to replace it. This isn't the first time a coalition of giants tried this. In 2019, Facebook assembled Visa, Mastercard, Uber, and dozens of others behind a global digital currency called Libra. Regulators killed it before it processed a single transaction. OUSD is the same idea. Resurrected. A shared digital dollar built by rivals, not one company. The difference this time, it launches under the Genius Act, with actual legal ground Libra never had. Whether OUSD survives depends on the same question that killed Libra. Can 140 competitors agree fast enough to matter before the next crisis forces someone to walk away, just like Coinbase and Circle once did? When 140 of the biggest names in finance agree on one infrastructure play, that's not a signal to buy a token. It's a signal the rails underneath the entire industry are about to shift. The investors who profit aren't the ones chasing OUSD itself. They're the ones who notice which company profits regardless of which stablecoin wins. Look at who's hedged, like Ripple and BlackRock. They already answered the question everyone else is still asking. What do you think is the real reason Coinbase joined again? Let me know in the comments.